or bagel slicer. So you wake up in the morning.
You wake up in the morning.
Got this, you know, I've got a taste for some nice
Look at this.
bagel.
Yeah.
And now you don't have to fight with the knife to slice it.
Now I've got a perfectly symmetrical cut, and this is the thing. Sometimes when we go in by hand, one is too skinny, one is too fat, etc. So here you get the perfect cut of bagel, of English muffin, of croissant. But here's the #1 reason why I love this bagel slicer. I will sometimes find a dozen or a baker's dozen bagels on sale, and I'm not going to eat 13 bagels in the next day or two, right?
Right.
So what I'll do, I'll take my bagel slicer, I will pre-slice the bagel, just like that, press it down, I've got a perfect slice, and then I'll freeze them already sliced.
Oh!
Right?
That's
so
brilliant.
now I have the perfect slices in my freezer, and I pop them into my toaster, and they're good as new. So this is great, of course, for a perfect cut, but it's also great for buying in bulk. Get that baker's dozen, get those 12 bagels, or 13, and slice them up and freeze them. But even if it's just for the morning, for making that sandwich or making that morning bagel, you get the perfect cut. I'm not using a bread knife. I'm not using getting one side big, one side small. And the other way that we would always cut bagels is, like I said, a bread knife, and you're going in like this.
Yes.
It's a little scary, right? It's
Yes.
a little dangerous. Or going in like this, and you're not getting a perfectly even cut. Awesome for bagels, for croissants, even soft English muffins, which I'll show you. But again, think about freezing and how you freeze your bagels as well.
That's a good, especially with kids going back to school, and the mornings can be a little bit hectic, and usually that's when accidents happen. You're like, I've sliced bagels my whole life, but when you're in a hurry or distracted, that's when something happens. But with this, your hands never get close to the blade, which is fantastic. That's an English muffin.
Even an English muffin. So I like to show this because it's not going to squish, it's not going to get, you know, misshapen. So you're doing your English muffins, you're doing your soft croissants, you're doing your rolls, all these different things. You're getting a perfect even cut for your bagels, your sandwiches, your breakfast sandwiches, and for freezing as well. This is how you want to freeze those breads when you buy them on sale. Slice them ahead of time, because if you freeze them solid,
then you have
you ain't cutting that thing.
No, you are. That's a good hack. And
that's a great hack.
Isn't it funny, the simplest things you never think about until you hear it, and you're like, why have I not been doing that all this time? So even the bagels that are like the everything bagel, they've got
everything bagel with the seeds, sesame seeds. It doesn't get in the way at all, and you get that perfect even cut. I want you to use it for your bagels, your burger buns, you know, any kind, and there it is. And any color, and I love doing it. By the way, we also have at Kitchen HQ an amazing vacuum sealer. So do that with your bagels. Slice them ahead of time, vacuum seal them so they stay fresh in your freezer. And then you just take them from the freezer, or do it with your English muffins, or do it with your croissants. Look at the croissant, it doesn't crush. That's the thing. So the secret is there's a little serrated blade, that V-cut blade, that goes right into the bread or bagel or croissant without crushing it. And that serrated V-cut allows it to go right into the center without squishing it, but kind of getting right into the center. So whatever bagel you've got, blueberry bagels, sesame seeds, etc., it doesn't matter. You get the perfect cut on either side. Use it for freezing, using for prepping ahead, but also just for the perfect sandwich.
Every time.
Every time.
You're choosing a color. You've got red, teal, or black. And you'll notice when it comes to Kitchen HQ, we really keep the color stories very, you know, all the same, so that if you want it to match some of the other things that you've already picked up, you can easily do that. So red, teal, or black, they all work exactly the same, however you want to do it. I love this because many times, and I've actually even bought sometimes purposely bought pre-sliced bagels, and they were uneven. Because they were maybe they rushed when they were doing it. So this allows you to get the bagel that you want, like you said, buy them from the bakery, buy them in different places, and slice them when you're ready for them. There's the croissant.
Even the croissants, look, same hack. If you see those big packs and those big containers of croissants on sale, where you get like 12 of them, you can pre-cut them. You'll have a perfect cut, a perfect sandwich. Freeze them this way, so that you can now take it frozen from the freezer, pop it into your toaster, and it's good to go. So it's a great hack to save money as well.
How amazing of an avocado toast with that made with the crust.
Exactly.
I mean, again, today less than $15. You've got them on free shipping. Everything's on free shipping today. Today's the last day of that. And we're talking bagels, croissants, we're talking English muffins, we're talking
a burger
rolls,
bun,
a burger bun, or something that maybe wasn't a burger bun, but you have it, and you're like, I need a bun.
Exactly.
But I have these rolls. What do I do?
I have these rolls. Like, what am I going to do? You get the perfect cut, but even if it's a soft, squishy roll, it's not going to crush because you've got that serrated kind of V cut, if you guys can see that. That's what's allowing it to go right into your bagel, your bun, your croissant, without smushing it, without crushing it, and getting that perfectly even cut. Whether you're eating them fresh in the morning, Tamara, or whether you're freezing them ahead of time, this is the way to do it. It's almost like going to that deli or bagel shop in the morning, and you get that perfect cut. I know a lot of us, when we try and do it by hand with a serrated knife, and we're going like this.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yes, some people have a scar because of it. They're like, oh, that's my bagel scar right there.
You don't want to be doing that. But then also, if you try and do it this way, we've all been there. You get the flimsy bottom and the fat top. Here you get in the even bagel, and they're great for freezing.
Okay, how do I clean them? How do I clean it when I'm ready to?
Honestly, I just rinse it off with water and put it aside.
That's so easy.
This is a nonstick coating as well, so I just give it a rinse and move on. Yeah.
It couldn't be simpler.
Yeah.
We've got it for you, just back in stock, might I say. So we've offered these in the past. They've sold through.
Yeah.
We're able to bring these in again, and so that's why we have all three colors of the black, the red, and the teal. And you can go ahead and pick yours up. And if this is maybe for you, or maybe you're getting this because while you cook lunch and dinner, maybe the kids themselves do, or like the teenagers, or those are the ones who do their own breakfast, and the last thing you want is for them to have to slice their bagel.
They do not need the knife.
Easy.
They don't need to be around a serrated knife.
No, they don't.
No. And think of it this way, Tamara, this could live beside your toaster. When you think about it, this should be living just side by side with your toaster.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna end up using it every morning or at lunchtime, or when you wanna prep those bagels that you bought in bulk, wanna throw in the freezer.
Yeah.
Let it live beside your toaster.
Yeah.
I mean, match made in heaven.
Pull it out when you need it, slice a bagel, and you're good to go. Rinse it clean, and you're done. It's like there's no maintenance, there's no cords or buttons or anything like that. It's really, really simple. Look, every time.
Every single time.
It doesn't have to be a plain bagel. It doesn't have to be, there can be, you know,
toppings,
raisins on the inside.
Yep.
It can be your everything bagel, your sesame seed bagel, whatever it is, it's still gonna slice it perfectly every time. And then pop it in the toaster and do whatever else you want.
And look at the speed you can go. I mean, I've just noticed how many bagels, croissants, buns, if you guys can get this shot.
More than a baker's dozen.
You know what I mean? You got more than the baker's dozen here that I've sliced in real time. Every single slice is perfect.
Yes.
So of course it's also keeping the jobs in the kitchen fast, safe, even, and great for freezing so that you can buy those breads, croissants, bagels in bulk. Even those English muffins that maybe have a couple days of freshness left in them, slice them, freeze them.
Freeze them. Perfect for portion control too. Because I find that my daughter, she's 7, she doesn't eat the whole thing. Yeah. So I'm not gonna give her the whole thing. I'll give her one half. I'll keep the other half. We're good to go.
And you're good to go.
I know a lot of you are shopping for this, and I want to say thank you to all of the very brand new customers who've never shopped at HSN before, who are making this your very first purchase. I mean, I think
that's great.
Who doesn't love bagels, but who can't relate to having to do the slicing and the cutting on it?
And even a burger bun or a sandwich bun or a croissant, look, it's not easy to get that perfect even cut, and we all go in with our bread knife. Here you don't have to do that. Your fingers are nowhere in the way. You get that perfect even cut. Great for a sandwich, great for your morning bagel, but again, and this is how I use it, I like to buy it in bulk, those bagels and English muffins, pre-slice and freeze. That's the way to do it.
You know what, Chef? I love all of that. I call them hacks. I call them like mom hacks, in the kitchen hacks, all of those things that really just make life a little bit easier, and things that we never thought about.
Things that you don't think about. But look, once they're pre-sliced, you don't have to slice through a rock-hard frozen bagel. That's the way to do it. And then you take it from the freezer and pop each slice into your toaster. As good as new, which I love.
Every time.
Every time.
And you can do this on Sunday afternoons when you're prepping. You can do this first thing in the morning because you're not having to think about it. Your hand is never touching the blade. Like, look, my hand never touches the blade, which is important if it's whether it's you or anybody in your life who's using this. So black, teal, or red are your choices.
That's all you do. And it's safe, fast, and this is the way to buy in bulk. I love it.
Do it. It is 833-819. I know a lot of you are still shopping. We will continue to move, but you can keep shopping even though we move on, all right? And if you're shopping on hsn.com, just type in Kitchen HQ, and you'll see everything that we have. All right, Chef, we're gonna take a quick break with a quick buy. And I hear some sizzling going on.
We got some heat going on.
So you don't wanna miss it. Stay with us.